Okay, I'm back. Didn't get as many as I kind of hoped for. Let's see, where are they? Got 24. I think I only got about 10 or so. Doing that, I realized I was like leveling up a lot more than I wanted to, and I really didn't want to level up too much, because then it takes too much of the fun away. But I have enough for the time being. And I realized the reason why they probably drop them here is we probably don't have the opportunity to rest. Oh yeah, you would show up again now, wouldn't you?
That should be it. We don't know what's lurking inside. Stay vigilant, everyone.
Tracks. Something small crawled here.
Probably the larvae of the giant sandworms, right? This place is bound to be chock full of them. Maybe what happened is that people mistook the human for some subspecies of the sandworms. Not that they're anything alike.
Ugh. Even the memory of being eaten puts a twinge in my nose. I'd rather it stay numb.
Stop fussing over a smell. You'll attract the enemy.
I just heard something. It can't be.
Gallica, which way is the sound coming from?
Shh! Be quiet! No, they're footsteps. Someone's coming this way.
Oh.
What the?
Keep your guard up.
Who's he?
It's coming back!
How do you know where it's hiding?
I think it's gone somewhere.
Are you the man we seek?
Name yourselves.
You mean this is Heisme?
I didn't expect you, Chief.
He's a chief.
Never seen one in the flesh. We're but another lesser tribe the city dwellers don't care for.
Oh. Big eyes.
We owe you a debt, it seems.
A Knight of the Crown, are you? Is that why you knew my name? Or perhaps you know it from the wanted posters.
Both, actually.
I flee to the furthest depths, and still they pursue me.
Where are the people you kidnapped?
What are you talking about? Suppose there's no point standing around chatting with someone after my head.
That weapon! So he truly was part of the Shadow Guard.
Shadow Guard?
Eyes front. He's a knight to be reckoned with.
Here I come!
Okay. Pebble. So
I'll not be anyone's captive without a fight.
it's like a bat thing.
I'll have to provide
cool.
some less delicate discouragement. No hard feelings. Tis best you.
Clone art. Shadow clones.
There's more Heismes?
Oh no, there's only one shadow.
To push me this far. I did not give you enough credit. But against my mirage arts, your strength means nothing.
I mean, I haven't done anything yet, but thanks. I get the feeling that Heisme attacks a Wyvern. Is it just my mash? Did I like skip a phase?
We've got multiple Heismes.
Let's go. You better be sure. The next one's yours.
Be
Are you
neither
prepared?
timid nor arrogant.
I'll cut you down!
Was luck on your side? Or perhaps, no matter.
I've played
Can't back down
SMT3.
either way. Here I come.
Observe the enemy. Let justice prevail!
We'll
Go for the
team up.
defense down first.
Roar with royal
Right.
Oh, and the
Claims to
crit.
solve problems of late cannot. Scour!
You
I
think
shall
yourself
vanquish
equal
evil.
to a Ujief's agility?
I don't know.
A blunder.
It seems to be working well for us.
No common cell swords, are you? Allow me to use this.
Knight! Not comrade! Lend me your
It's
strength.
up to you now.
Hulkenberg's ploy exposed
Be
a new
neither
secret.
timid
Forth,
nor
royal
arrogant.
soul. Wind.
A blunder. Most impressive.
Thank you.
You've some grand cause to fight for, I'm sure. But I have my own. I've no intention of being so easily snared.
Oh. A ninja.
Where'd he go? He disappeared just like that.
Even wholly surrounded, too. Tis bad enough that he's skilled, but we have an environmental disadvantage here.
But the very first thing he did was save us from a human, right?
So it seemed. Had he not stepped in, he'd be rid of us, and not have to bother exposing himself.
Can I just say,
Passing strange choice for a supposed amoral scoundrel.
I still love her pounty face.
Well, we don't know anything for sure yet. Worth noting that the petrification magic didn't kick in either, I suppose.
Petrification magic?
Our names still mean nothing then. The people's support is not yet strong enough to
Oh.
protect us. Tis frustrating, but we must press on.
But I guess it's also a case of he wasn't going for the kill.
Should we investigate the hut in the meantime? Maybe we'll find some clues about the kidnappings.
Good plan. Let's take a look first.
Inside's pretty shabby too. By all appearances, he does live here.
Let's do it.
Perfect. Let's see if we can find any proof that he's a kidnapper.
Doesn't it seem like...
Huh.
What's this jar? Should we try opening it? Wait, don't. I've seen such things on my travels before. The Ngif tribe have a custom of cremating the dead. They store the bones in an urn for burial.
I see.
So it's an urn, judged by the size. These are child's bones. He did not go for such trouble for a child he abducted. It is only a theory, but I suspect this may be Hismay's own child.
So,
He may be a fallen knight, and has a price on his head besides. Under such circumstances, he will not be able to manage a proper burial.
Really?
that's...
There's the mark, the Shadow Guard. He was a knight. I suspected as much when we learned he was an Ngif, but now... Is that a different group from the one you were in, Hulkenberg?
The truth is,
Titles and honors go to Cunlea, or those who resemble them enough. Other knights work in their shadow, their duties lesser,
I get it now.
hence the name Shadow Guard then. Discrimination even among knights? So much for our civilized
even
age.
so,
The Shadow Guard go unseen by the public. Papyrus all. Their only forces is skill, and Hismay, he must be dangerously skilled.
Oh,
This doesn't look like anything like the hideout of a kidnapper. I'll search for more clues.
all right.
Must be something we're missing. Let's investigate further.
this is...
A letter?
What the what?
It says, "To Papa, thank you for always working so hard. I hope you and Mama stay in love forever." Sounds the writing of a child. If they manage that much script, they must be well educated.
Oh,
Was this letter written to Hismay? I wonder if the kids saw him as a good father.
Mayhap.
Look.
All these things have been bundled in multiple layers of cloth.
Indeed.
Fairly tightly at that. It doesn't seem like anything would break if one of them were to drop it.
Hey,
Now that I look around, everything in this room is bound up in cloth, even the floor and walls. Is it necessary to go to such length? Strange, the more I think about it.
So apparently...
So, I suppose he's been through his own share of woes, but there's also nothing to clear him of the kidnapping charges. We'll have to hear the truth from him.
what?
But can we even catch him? He's fast enough to run circles around us.
No.
A direct confrontation will be difficult. With that, he had some weakness we could exploit. Honestly, this is the one I like the most. This is just mean. I don't know what this is implying. Maybe a net or set it on fire, but still, if we attract the human, why if we draw the attention of that human?
Hang on a second.
That'd be suicides. Besides, he can flee much faster than we can. There's a lot of
This
cloth.
place.
There's a lot of cloth there.
Right.
That struck me as well. There's surely some reason. Why does... To dampen noise?
That's...
Maybe it helps dampen noise?
Aha.
Noise, that's it.
Hey.
You think those big ears of his are just for show? He's bound to move much more He's bound to be much more sensitive to sound than we are. And that's how he lives here so safely, I'd wager. In a cave where sound echoes, it'd be easy for him to hear when the humans about.
I see.
I see, so the cloth is a measure against unnecessary noise. Indeed. I heard it said that the Geef have excellent night vision and sensitivity to sound.
Then...
So we're making noise so loud that even we can hardly stand it.
Nice.
Worth a shot.
Right then, let's get this plan underway.
This is just going to draw the human, by the way.
Eyes me! Come out!
I love our expression.
Show yourself!
Wow, that's some crazy echo.
Kind of nice getting to let loose. Long as I'm yelling anyway. Louise! You think you're so bloody untouchable, you bastard?
Hey! Big ugly sandwormy human thing! Even Hulkenberg wouldn't eat you!
Gasp! Rejected by Hulkenberg! The ravenous, all-devouring she-beast of the Knight's Order!
Is this what we've come to? Saying whatever's on our minds? Well, so be it.
Kanika, the sound of your wings keeps me up at night. Stroll, you think you're so smart.
Kalika's awesome. I don't... Stroll?
Stroll, be more careful.
That's right! He's the only reason we're here. Stroll just had to play the hero and take on a request nobody else wanted.
Oh, I'm the only one playing hero here.
Ah! Enough! Stop this infernal din! What do you think would happen if that monster showed up without my ears working? You'd all be dead. Is this blasted bounty that important to you?
I love his angry face.
Here's our guest of honor at last. It was never about the money. Children are missing. We can't just ignore a kidnapper.
Kidnapper? I see now. As you were saying before, they've named me a kidnapper. A monster preying on children.
If the charges are false, I would hear it. In truth, even I've come to doubt the allegations.
And why's that, Lady Knight?
You've lost a child yourself, haven't you? I cannot imagine a parent who has endured such pain would kidnap children, much less sell them off.
Hold on. I can't trust a man who does nothing but flee. The people responsible for my home burning. Zorba, who forced the dead to fight on his behalf. Anyone who can't face reality themselves is capable of any low.
True enough. If we lived in a world where words alone proved us just, I'd not be living in this infernal cave. I'm sorry, but I won't go to the gallows before I've even honored my son's death. If you'll not leave me be, then we decide this another way.
So you're finally ready to fight us properly.
I don't...
Draw steel. If I'm to take your life, I'll not do it from the shadows. But if you refuse to retreat, then ready your blades.
You have no reason to fight.
We have our reasons for not backing down.
Oh. We have our reasons to fight. My bad. That's what I get for not reading properly.
Hope you don't think hiding's enough to make us give up and leave.
Here I come. 'Tis best you.
Feel hesitation in Hinsmay's attack? Could he be wavering about delivering a final blow?
He's not getting away this time.
The next one's yours.
Troll, you gotta aim better than this.
Damn it, Troll!
Not now.
You had one job!
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
I mean, you say that.
Oh, shards of ice!
So, you saw through my illusion. Even so... Slash!
You need
Nice
training.
dodge, Hulkenberg. Like poetry in motion.
We're looking good here.
No
Be
holding
neither
back!
timid nor arrogant.
Oh, come on, Troll!
Let us clean up this mess.
I'll stay my blade.
Time for some close combat.
I have my method.
Tactic.
Oh, great.
How about this?
Audacity.
Oh, I hate you.
Captain, they've slowed
Let's
them
do
down.
this! You first.
Allies, together!
We'll team up!
Hulkenberg's
Be
moving
neither
slower.
timid
Fight
nor
is power.
arrogant.
Hold on.
A blunder. I show no mercy. Allow me to use this.
All these copies. I wonder if there's some way to
All
pull them
yours.
apart.
Let us clean up
Blade in
this
hand.
mess.
Let us fight as one!
It's up to you now.
Hulkenberg's ploy exposed
Coin
a new
consult.
weakness.
Better be sure.
I see your
Don't
game.
get sloppy, Captain.
Eh.
Ha! Die! This should work.
Wait a second. Something's off. That copy doesn't have a...
I like how they're trying now to be like, oh yeah, this is how you do it.
No, not this. You
Pass.
Let justice prevail! Allies, together!
Let my power support you.
Hulkenberg's ploy exposed a
Coin
new
can solve problems of
weakness.
Blake. Merchant! Now to the rear guard. Let's go. We can do this.
I'm obliged.
My thanks.
'Tis best used.
Go for it.
By the sworn oath of knighthood.
Knight!
Not
Let us fight as one!
All right, let's
Yet
go!
cling to life.
Charging in.
A blunder.
Please.
Allow me to use this.
I was half expecting like 50 clones.
Look close.
Are you prepared?
Shadow.
Oh, really? I hadn't noticed.
Slash.
Then my fight ends here. What are those strange powers you possess?
They're kind of like personas, but not quite. Speed increase.
Okay.
Oh, he's almost level 20. What can I say? I like the merchant.
How'd you cast spells without igniters? What was that?
We'll have our answers first. Did you really kidnap all those people from the castle town?
Look around you, lad. Where would I keep the victims? Besides, I'm but one man. Kidnapping on the scale you suggest would be damn near impossible.
You're saying you were framed? This case even reached the capital, you know. Why would anyone pin such horrors on an innocent man?
To get away with it?
Innocent is more generous than most of the world sees me. A Ujif drifter, a disgraced knight condemned by the Sanctists. What couldn't they pin on me? They cast me out, stripped my titles, and put a price on my head. They would even refuse me the right to mourn my child.
And thus, you held back against us, didn't you? You never intended to take our lives. Or perhaps you could not bring yourself to kill a young man.
Just didn't want to make a mess I'd have to clean up.
What do you think?
Gwyn.
Is Heismay really our kidnapper?
Not a chance.
I don't think he's the culprit.
I agree. That being said, it is also hard to imagine the town maintaining a groundless bounty so faithfully. It was the Holy Lady who named the price, and the guard captain who thereby took it to the capital. To end this as a case of mistaken identity would disgrace their word.
You think they must have had a reason to suspect him then? So, what's really going on here?
Sounds to me like between the Guard Corps and Heismay, one of them could be lying. Remember when we first arrived? We almost got killed by a beast they told us would be asleep.
You cannot be suggesting the Guard Corps set us up. Absurd! No, it defies all reason. They went to such lengths to place the request.
Hey, it just needs one of them.
So you think I'm the one lying, do you?
Like I said, we don't make assumptions. If there's anything else you know, we're listening.
You're a strange lot. Fine. Investigate this as you see fit. And if you think I'm guilty by the end of it, put me in chains. What's the matter? Never tied up a captive before?
Give it a rest, old man. You'll make a better guide than a captive. Otherwise, the human makes a meal of us, and nobody wins.
A strange lot indeed. And... oh, my God, a foul-smelling one to boot.
Ugh, don't remind me.
Wonder if he's going to be our fourth party member.
Sorry, but you'll have to bear with us.
Don't mind me.
If the charges prove false, you should be cleared. Still, we'll have to find a new head to be judged for the competition.
Then we'll just find whoever's actually behind it and have their head instead. Let's contact Barden tomorrow, but we'll keep quiet about Heismay. Can't tell if we can trust the guardsman yet.
What are we going to do with Heismay tonight? We can't exactly set him up at the inn.
Steady on. You're not leaving me to watch our bounty alone.
I'll stay here.
Fine. Then Nurus and I can both watch him tonight. Better us than risking our candidate, I suppose.
Shrug.
Never would have guessed that the bounty hunting was part of this plan to take the throne. And further, you've a lady of the knighthood with you. Not to mention command of a gauntlet runner. I sense there's more to this story,
It's a long story.
It's a long story.
I don't want to mention... Well, like I said, I get the feeling this might be our fourth party member. Or at least he'll be another, like, ally. and I don't want to, but I still don't want to mention Lewis just yet.
It is even stranger that the youngest of you is the actual candidate. Still, I suppose I can see why they'd put their trust in you. But now the throne's in anyone's reach, eh? Suppose the king's magic wasn't just a myth. Well, hardly matters to an old codger like me. No telling if I'll even live to see the next king crowned.
This is all jolly cheerful. And I'm to be stuck between these two old goats the whole night.
Don't blame me, lad. You volunteered.
Yep.
Those are some sharp ears. We should probably watch our words in here.
What a terrible day.
Hey!
Hope Notice and the others are okay. All we can do now is get some rest, so we'll be ready for tomorrow.
Gone to shite, this ass.
Young man, hey!
Sir, you must be a traveler, aren't you? If I'm correct, please tell me the places you've been to, then for... Oh! So you talk about a place and it turns into turns that memory into music. It's not just a performance, it's a showcase of magic as music.
Then...
I don't need to,
Pleased
but...
hear that.
Oh.
Let me perform for you.
As I listened to the performance, I thought about all I'd seen.
Gone to shite, this ass.
Pleasure to see you.
I'm in trouble now.
Evidently.
So it begins with rumors of safety during a sand flash, and thus the trap is already set. Whatever the case, Hazeman is in safety in our custody. The others will stand vigil over him, so that let us rest while we can.
Trouble now.
Okay.
Gone to shite, this ass.
I don't know what else we could do. She's just like beelined to the wall. I can't think of anything else to do, so yeah.
Good night.
Rest well. Other than maybe take a
Time
bath.
marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I dreamed we were being chased around by a horde of giant sandworms. I barely got any rest at all. I hope Heisme behaved himself in the Gauntlet Runner. We should go check on him later. We also need to get some information out of Barden. But how do we even bring it up?
Are you awake? Barden just sent word. A few children disappeared in the night.
Wait, but Heisme's in the Gauntlet Runner, right? If he's still bound there, that basically proves he's innocent. But if he's not, we need to get to the runner, quick! Where's Stroll?
Speak, man. Are you all right? Where's Heisme? What happened here? Ah, he reeks of alcohol. Neurus, you old sot, don't tell me you drank yourself to sleep.
Heisme was blathering on about some things I found rather unnerving. So I had a little sup of the spirits to calm the nerves.
Wow, what a mess.
You witless... Maybe some cold water will wake you up, and if that water's not fixed yet, you're really in it! Ah!
Now, what's all the commotion?
Ah, was it. He kept scaring me, so I stuffed him into the lavatory to shut him up.
He says that like it makes sense. Does it make sense to you?
Does he drive like
He
this?
doesn't drink and drive, does he?
If you dare touch a single drop on the road, I'll toss you off the runner's back myself.
Anyway, one thing's for sure. Heismay was tied up the whole time, so he never set foot outside, right?
What's all this about frightening Neurus? I cannot imagine you suddenly felt compelled to share ghost stories.
I heard some strange sounds last night. I could tell they were footsteps, but not any I recognized. If it had anything to do with the disappearance of the residents, it could prove my innocence. That's why I spoke up.
I don't think he's lying. With all that fog, I couldn't find the source of the footsteps, but I found plenty of something else.
A
Children's
boot.
shoes.
Oh.
It was after midnight. No time for children to be out and about. I had the shoes checked at the guard station, and it looks like they belong to the missing children.
Then 'tis likely those footsteps belong to your true culprit.
But the guard said no one left town last night.
Nobody left? But that must mean the culprit is...
Inside the town.
Inside the town?
Logically, yes.
If that's the case, I'd like to talk to Barden, but how much of this should we share with him?
I so want to do a playthrough of this, or watch a playthrough where someone's just a complete idiot the entire time. A ghost!
If you ask me, it's time to lay out all you know. Taking me with you might help your case too.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. To bring you before the very man responsible for the bounty on your head, I trust I need not illustrate the risk.
Risk or not, the real culprit's likely one of their own. If you hide me, they'll accuse you of harboring a known criminal. You all had it right. It's time I faced reality. A life on the run leaves no room for me to truly mourn my son.
Heismay.
Whatever the case, let's meet with Barden.
Well, I must say I couldn't hope you'd capture him so swiftly.
Something wrong? You don't look well. Got a face like you've just stumbled upon a dead man.
No, it's nothing. Just surprised you caught him.
Aye, you have my thanks. Clearly we were right to trust you. You'll get your payment in full.
Before that, I want to ask you one question. Why was Heismay the only suspect in this case?
One of the guard witnessed him firsthand. Go on, Morris, tell him.
On the night of the kidnappings, I spotted a Ujif bolting into the wilderness. Several times. No mistaking a squat figure like that. I'm telling you, what are the chances of there being 2 Ujif brigands in the area?
What did you say?
Strange. I don't recall the kidnappers' tribe being listed on the bounty poster. Even the captain seemed surprised, yet you alone knew this.
He's obviously our culprit.
Most strange. Heismay was already in our custody yesterday. In other words, the kidnappings of last night cannot be his doing.
Is this true?
Captain, I'm one of yours, aren't I? You're not gonna trust this little red-eyed bastard over me, are you?
There's also the testimony from the guard at the gate. He reported no one coming or going from the city.
You scabby bounty hunters think you can mock the guard corps like this? Just take your damn blood money and get the hell out of here!
Fine, fine. Keep your hair on. We'll get to the bottom of this eventually.
Is there a problem here? Barden, may I interrupt?
No problem, ma'am.
Was that? Did you hear it, lad?
Go in. No, I heard nothing.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Now I see your game, you fiends.
What? He's gone!
Heismay!
Find him! Secure the exits! Don't let him escape!
No good. He's nowhere to be found. What's gotten into Heisme?
I got
He
the
heard
impression
something.
he sensed something. If he'd meant to escape, he would have done it yesterday.
I think Barden's innocent in all this. The real scumbag here is Morris, his second in command.
Okay, at least they're not. At least they put that together.
He framed Heisme with a false eyewitness testimony. Must have figured an exiled Ujif would be a perfect scapegoat.
So Morris, a would-be guard of the people, has been kidnapping the residents and selling them off.
Could be. And there's also those footsteps that old Heisme heard in the night.
Nuris is bound to have sobered up by now, right? Let's see how things are outside and get back to the runner.
Would they even let us leave? I guess so.
Are you coherent yet? I didn't take you as the sort to fall so hard into your cups.
Well, an icy bath like that would freshen anyone up.
And tell us again what happened last night. It may be our only clue to tracking down the real culprit.
Ah, bloody hell. Yes, it's coming back a bit. It wasn't just Heisme's reports that shook me. No. I saw something. It was right after I slung Heisme into the bathroom. Out the window, I saw some massive shadow moving through the fog. It wasn't any beast or man of this world. It was a dark messenger, I tell you. A specter from the very bowels of hell. It was like the horrors of every fairy story from my schoolboy days sprung to Stygian life. I was shaken, chums. Shaken to my core. I cried out for help, grabbed for something to steady myself, and all I found was the bottle.
There, you're all right now.
Even if there is some monster behind this, how would it connect with Morris? I don't see why he would be compelled to hide this to the extent of framing Heisme.
True. Let's try investigating the lady's old castle. Heisme's bound to have a reason for bolting off like that.
And back to the castle. Night. No good. They said they haven't found Heisme yet, so they can't move the blockade from the gate. Sounds like he's gotten them on a wild goose chase.
Fie.
What of our plans then? Should we just sneak in? Ho there. Over here. That sounds like...
Evidently.
This is coming from over there. Is he calling for us?
Huh?
Why is Heisme with you? The guard at the gate said they'd not found him yet.
Got to say,
I'm the captain of the guard, and I have a responsibility to the truth, to know and uphold it. That's all this is about.
What folly.
Could have avoided all this trouble if you just lopped my head off to start with. Oddballs, the lot of you. Why did you run off so suddenly?
The truth is...
I did some investigation inside. The moment Lady Joanna cracked the door to the room, I heard the sounds of children's screams. And Lady Joanna is... well, she is childless. Whatever you heard, it cannot have been her own family. No child could get in such a heavily guarded castle unnoticed. Your kidnapper has to be within these walls. My money's on Morris being the weasel. He lied to our faces, trying to get us to walk into a human's jaw.
it's absurd.
I cannot suffer him to kidnap any more innocent children. Please, will you help me put an end to this evil? I have no one else to turn to.
Yeah.
Of course. After all, if we can't use your head for the competition, we'll need a replacement anyways. You're in, right? Yeah. But screw the competition. Of course we'll help you.
I'm in your debt.
And so?
Seems to us like no kidnapper could get victims into the castle on our watch. not under all our noses.
But then...
But there's an old underground tunnel that even the castle guards didn't know about. And Heismay's the man who found it. There are plenty of places to hide hostages down there. Moss may have known about it as well. Why under the lady's mansion? That's bold. Okay, let's get to work then.
Is that right then?
Should be able to get there from the Blind Well Alley at the end of Castlevac Road. I've got to return to my post, but I'm counting on all of you. A well leading to the underground channel.
Isn't that...
In before, like, it is Bolson or whatever. What was his name? Badon. I doubt it. But that would be quite the play if he is the one behind it all.
What is it?
I don't think there's anything we need. But we finally get to go this way.
Let's go.
Can hear the kidnapped children screaming underneath there. We must help them.
However,
Did not expect there to be an underground channel. It is no wonder traces of the kidnappers couldn't be found. The children are beneath. Let's hurry there.
Is this the place?
So this is the entrance to the underground channel. If Morris and the culprit behind this, he's probably lurking somewhere ahead. Let's go in. If we catch him with the children, he won't be able to talk his way out of it.
What now?
So this is the old well the Baron mentioned. We should be able to get down to the underground channel from here. Kidnapped children should be in here. You all prepared? Dungeon. Oh jeez. Just jump.
However,
It's a lot fancy. It's a lot more fancy. It's a fancy well.
Keep your wits about you.
Come on, get the bait moving already. If that thing goes out of control, we'll be dinner.
The bait.
you can't run from us.
Please. Help.
The child yet lives.
Out of your jurisdiction now, aren't you? You're trespassers down here. And that means anything that happens to you is your own damn fault.
If you've got something to say it to our faces. Even you must feel the weight of what you've done.
Eyes up. Something stirs in the back.
Are these the monsters we heard about?
No, further back. 'Tis the footsteps in the night.
The bigger that beast back there grew, the more its watchdogs started changing with it. One of them's gonna make a meal of you.
What has been happening here? Why do you kidnap the residents?
Why? Because premium bait's worth a fortune. I couldn't live on the wages of a guardsman forever.
You kidnap children for money? You utter scum!
This from a bloody-eyed Eugene. Look to your own sins, sir. You weren't just stripped of your knighthood. You were exiled. You're a coward who's been living in the hole you deserve. Didn't pretend you can play at justice now. You foil!
No, 'tis true in part.
Oh, here we go.
'Tis why I stand here now. I ran from my past and turned away from my pain. You prey on innocent lives. Your sin will be repaid. Yet I cannot condemn you alone. Not when I could not see past my own suffering. Not when I locked myself away to be alone with my pain.
O lodestar, who falters in memory, O thou anguished traveler. Thy long stagnant stance hath finally been broken. Now choose thy path.
Choose? My choice is already made. You can't erase your past. All you can do is take it in hand and reshape your future.
Thank you. Thou hast chosen a noble parting. Henceforth, thy fears and insecurities are thy light. O lodestar, whose light reveals the king's own path, awaken.
It's always so brutal.
I am Haisme Noctul. I believe the arc of life depends not upon birth. By these hands soiled or sinless, I fight!
Ooh. Oh, so is he the thief? I dig it.
Apologies, but I cannot do this alone.
Fourth party member.
Go! Rip them apart!
On guard!
Pebble.
Morris, you will not escape me! Out of my way, fiends!
What's going on? He just started fighting with us. And even he awakened to his power.
Perchance 'tis through your influence that this power passed to him, Captain?
Gwen.
Oh, is this what Moore was talking about?
Young man, you seem the most adept with this magic.
Gwen.
I will strike at your direction, if you might spare it. Rest assured, I once stood among the Shadow Guard, and the years have not dulled my edge.
Mudo. Steel.
Ha! Die!
So, what was the other person's?
Let's set it up. Not this. Let's go. The lightning.
I shall fight after me.
Hold nothing back!
I'll cut you down.
Worry about it later.
Right on target. Nice one, Steve.
Dang it.
Nice! Not now. Behold! We stand together! Right there! Worthy foe after all!
The hidden art! I'm No!
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
What a blunder!
So much for that.
We can. I won't hold back.
Had to try.
In the net, I call upon royal power within.
Oh, probably didn't need to do the double. Stab.
Not bad.
Ooh.
I'll strive for greater.
Oh, hey, he's level 20. 2.
Stop!
Screw them.
The bastard got away.
Got the children.
But the children are safe.
Good. You saved them, Haisme.
You know that I used to have a child of my own. My son. He was killed. I could not even protect my own flesh and blood. Who could call me a knight? Since then, I've wondered what I had left to live for, and found few answers.
Is that why you lived in such a dangerous place? That you might be...
We need to chase down Morris first. He said something kind of weird back there, didn't he?
Regarding the watchdogs, he said they gradually turned more horrific the more the monster grew.
Do you think that's the effect of the melancholia? I expect anything further in will be even more malformed then.
But why root all this in the basement of the lady's own domain? Clearly, someone is invested in Morris's efforts. But who would finance this?
I can't say for certain. Still, from the very beginning, this has felt beyond the realm of any sane, moral person.
And to think this started as a simple bounty contract. We've set foot in something far bigger, I think.
Let's get these poor youngsters back to Baden for now.
Nod. Oh, whoa, that's quite the jump. After saving the children, I expect my support from the townspeople to grow.
You saved the wee ones' lives. We cannae thank you enough.
It was thanks to your help, too.
I know this is difficult to hear, but Morris had a hand in this the whole time. He confessed as much to us.
Aye. I found out the man's been struggling to pay off all manner of gambling debts. I'll round up the guard and search the whole bloody castle for him.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid you'd be outmatched. However, it would be a great help to us if your guards could prevent anyone from leaving the grounds.
Considering everything, I can't help but think the Lady Joanna's got to be in on this somehow.
But the woman is a respected sanctoress. Besides which, she's the one who funded the initial request.
I'll tell you this. Hard as we've looked, we cannae find a sniff of Lady Joanna herself.
We're here for our own reasons. Whoever we find down there, we're not going to stay our blades. Any objections?
None for me. Do as you will, and I'll trust in Lady Joanna's innocence. Indeed, for all we know, the culprit may be holding her hostage.
Indeed. In order to break the prince's curse, I need to make an impression during the tournament. I must accomplish something that would catch Luis's eye. Besides, I think we're the only ones who can handle getting into the bottom of this. And we'll do it. Not just for ourselves, but for the town as well.
I too have a score that needs settling. I cannot let these atrocities continue. Especially not in my name. I believe in you.
Yeah.
Considering we're due in Oceania in a matter of days, we've little time to tarry here.
Our foes may be strong, but they're also trapped like rats in the basement. We'll use the old well to get in and out.
I left his way to calm down a little in the Gauntlet Runner as he wished, and decided to return to the inn with everyone else.
I'm in trouble now.
Damn it.
That bastard deceiving us is one thing, but kidnapping children? There's a storm coming, that's for sure, but we'll be at a disadvantage at night, so let's delve deeper into the castle basement tomorrow. Joanna's absence troubled me. If it's true that there's a monster nearby, then we've not a moment to lose. Though it still remains to be seen whether she knew the guard corps were involved.
I'm in trouble now. What do you want to know?
Gone to shite, this has.
Main reason why I wanted to do the steel. Oh, there's rustic flowers. I wonder if these rustic flowers were gathered from somewhere nearby. They smell great. I caught a faint scent of metal as the bronze coin rolled away. Oh, cool. Once again, I don't see anything else we could do rest-while. But this definitely feels like our next real dungeon. I say real, but like lengthy dungeon. Maybe because so much has happened, I'm finding it hard to sleep. Maybe I'll go back to the Gauntlet and read in the evening. Read in the evening breeze.
Can't sleep, lad? As it happens, I'm a bit restless myself. That a novel there? Don't see many carrying those around. Bit of an odd question, but what's your real aim as a group?
I can't tell you just yet.
Sorry, but I can't tell you just yet.
Thought as much. In any case, suppose it's not my place to ask.
Like, it's the most honest one that we can tell, I guess.
Don't worry, lad. Just water.
Oh.
Back where I grew up, there was nobody like you lot. Just you chiefs. We've never been accepted by other tribes, and 'tis no mystery why. We're nocturnal, we look worlds apart, and there's so few of us. Not enough for any political sway. Our elders only ever thought of short-term alliances, loyalties changeable as the wind. We relied on their power, not ours, and resigned ourselves to that. Oh, I loathed it. Even as a child. I hadn't been cowed into considering myself lesser. I honed my skills, that the city's majority might accept me. And I'll not say it was fruitless. I was accepted into the knighthood of the royal capital. I felt like my fellows and strangers alike accepted me as an equal. Fool that I was. They never really wanted me among the true knights. Just in the Shadow Guard, where my deeds were dirtier and kept secret. Equal and lesser in the same breath. Ultimately, once my superiors realized I wouldn't abide their self-serving orders, they stripped me of the title I'd fought for. And little by little, I lost everything else.
I do like how his ear is too big that they just have to fade it away from his portrait.
My son died. I'd failed to protect him. And despite everything I felt, I'd resigned myself to being powerless. Just like the damned elders I'd hated so much. But you know, you lot have helped me realize something. I'd thought for a long time that if I wanted to feel accepted, instead of being the eternal outsider, I'd need power, status, some mighty patron nobody could defy. I wasn't really looking to swear myself to some superior. I only wanted not to be alienated for who and what I am. I just needed allies. Friends.
From now on, we're friends.
And from now on, we're friends.
A free spirit, are you? It'll be my pleasure, then.
No. We did it.
The aloof hermit.
We shook hands.
Within him dwells the virtue of the thief. Nurture thy bond with him, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
Perhaps our fates are bound somehow.
Try to think. Thief, bandit, ninja? Thief, ninja, shinobi? Not shinobi, well, maybe. I don't know. I could sense the heroic embodiment of the thief from Hisme.
If my boy was still alive, He'd be about your age. Though he'd look absolutely nothing like you, of course. Long as we're both awake, might I have a look at that old novel of yours? So, this is a fantasy novel. This section seems to describe the Utopia's approach to discrimination. Let's see here. In this world, discrimination and inequality are forbidden by law. It is a sin to impose injustice due to one's appearance, lineage, or birth. This is the accord established between the people and the state. Well, well. What a world that would be. I don't imagine our land will get there for another century or 5. Still, I cannot help but wonder whether those ideals would please an entire population. You cannot pretend at diversity without acknowledging individual differences. Some will be judged as strong, while others marked as weak.
And also, isn't the fact that it's by law hinting at the fact that that's not what people think? Surely if it was a utopia, it wouldn't need it to be law. People would just think that everyone were equal.
Equal competition doesn't mean equal footing. Their very aims of freedom and balance could spell doom for the striving weak. I wonder how we might ever achieve a true utopia, where everyone could be happy. If this awakened power is meant to be wielded in service of my beliefs, then, no matter who calls it naive or foolish, I will always use it to save the weak.
It's getting late, so we decided to go back to the inn and sleep.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.